If you're an entrepreneur and you are in a serious relationship, you know sometimes how challenging it can get to manage your relationship and also trying to keep the business going, trying to keep the business not just going, but also growing while balancing a relationship that you also value, that you don't want to lose, that you don't even want to start all over. And I know what it's like firsthand, and I want to talk to you about my journey and how I've gotten to where I am now. I'm happily engaged. Marriage coming, wedding coming soon. Super excited about that, and so much more. But 2.5 years ago, that was not my story. It was completely different. And I want to walk you through what it was like for me, what I've learned, and how I've gotten over the breakup, and where I'm at now, and how I got here. So let's first get into all of this. If you're new here, my name is Adonis, and I cover all things entrepreneurship. If you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to grow and scale your business, this is the place for you. I don't talk about just business and tactical strategies, but I also want to teach some of the more personal things too that helps facilitate a growing business, because all people show on the internet is how well their business is growing and how they're making thousands and millions of dollars a day, but they're not talking about some of the deeper things. And that's what I love doing here on this podcast, because I'm just all about we thriving. So let's get into it. Backstory about me. I was once married. I got divorced about 2.5 years ago. It was the most toxic relationship I ever been in my life. And we can talk all day about how it happened all day, but I want to focus on what I did wrong. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what I did wrong and how my entrepreneurship journey, how my business affected what I was doing in my personal life. When it came to me, I was so consumed with my business. I was so consumed with my entrepreneurship, with making money. I love, even now, I'm still obsessed over everything business. I'm obsessed over growth of my company, and I love it so much. But it wasn't, that obsession I had was not compatible with the relationship I was in. It was not working, and it created a sense of resentment on my side, simply because every time I wanted to do more, I felt like I was limited and stuck, not because I couldn't, but because I felt like I had to choose the relationship or choose my business. And it just kept clashing. It just wasn't working. And that's one of the first advice I would give. If you feel like you're in any type of relationship, whether even with family, even if you're dealing with family, where you have to choose something you're truly passionate about, that's good for you, and you will love it so much over a relationship, you don't want to be in that kind of decision making. It's not healthy. If you feel like you have to pick one or the other, you guys are just not compatible. You shouldn't have to pick one or the other. You both should be able to coexist in one place. If that can't happen, you guys are just not compatible, and that is also okay. So that's one of the first things I would say. Literally, compatibility is everything. But again, more importantly, especially as an entrepreneur, we are passionate about what we do. We love what we do so much, and we want to see it grow. We want to see it thrive. And in the same breath, if you are in relationships and connected to people where that y'all are just not on the same page. Y'all are just not on the same page when it comes to that. And you try so hard to get them on your boat. They try so hard to get you on their boat. It's not going to work. Y'all are incompatible. Simple as that. That's just it. And I dragged it out. I waited too long. Instead of being a man and making a decision and saying, hey, this isn't working, I have to make a decision, I did it. And life ended up doing it for me. So that's one of the first things. Second is, when I was going through the breakup, I can't stress this enough. Do not isolate yourself. If you are going through a hard season, whether even if it's not a breakup, even if you're just creating distance with family, even if you're just, making a bold move that requires you to be distant from people you are super close to, do not isolate yourself. Get around community, get around wise counsel, get around people who love you, who want to pour into you. Get around community. You can't do this alone. Don't try to do it alone. Don't think you're so high and mighty that you can figure it out. Don't attempt it. It's not healthy. It's not going to be good for you. Please, I can't stress it enough. Get around community, whether you have to go on Facebook groups, whether you have to look on Eventbrite for events. I used to do that. I was in Facebook groups. I also was in my church community. Get around community. Get around people as often as you can. Just because you don't want to take none of this on alone. You don't want to do it all by yourself, and you don't have to. Okay? So please do that for yourself. The next thing I did was I started working on myself a lot. I took a lot of time out to work on me. But I must say this, if you're going to spend time working on yourself, working on your own personal development, lower your overhead, lower your cost of living as much as you can. Make huge sacrifices. I went from living in a beautiful 3-story townhouse that was just amazing. I loved it. It was the bomb, 2-car garage. It was great. I had a nice SUV. I loved it, all of that. I got rid of the SUV. I got rid of the townhouse. I got a small sedan, a Honda Accord. And mind you, I didn't even just get a normal Honda Accord. I got a hybrid so I could save on gas. I was probably putting in like $25 of gas per month. Then on the house side, I moved to a 500 square feet apartment. Yes, I said that. A tiny apartment. It was like the kitchen's right here, the bathroom's here, and the bedroom's there, and the closet was about this small. I had little amounts of clothes. I downgraded my life so much so that I did not have to work so hard. And if I don't have to work so hard, I can spend more time dealing with me. It was the best decision I could have ever made in my life. I can't recommend it enough. If you're going through any hard season, please, 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 just completely cut all the noise out. Do not get caught up into this lifestyle creep. Cut all the noise out. It's not worth it. Don't do it to yourself. That's the next thing. Lower your overhead by so much to lock in on you. Lock in on you so hard in every way, personally and in business. I've tried so many different business ventures. I've tried working for different companies. I tried everything I wanted to do in my heart that was like I had like those slight little thoughts in my mind, like, what if I try this? What if I do this? I actually tried it. I actually went. Some of the ventures lasted a few months. Some of them lasted 8 months. And some of them were the best decision of my life. The career I'm in now where I'm coaching and teaching and helping entrepreneurs, I love it a lot. This was birthed out of me trying different ventures, right? I wanted to see what was out there for me. And that's what I did. I also did that in my fitness. I tried different fitness things. I tried joining running clubs. I've done so much, but I had to take the time out to do that. So I can't recommend that enough. Take the time out to work on your personal development. And the last but most important of all, find a relationship, and don't rush it. Take your time with this. You will find someone where you don't have to alter your passions or obsessions, whatever you are passionate about, whatever you enjoy. They would actually find that attractive. I'm the girl I'm with now, like my fiance right now, she finds that attractive. She loves it. She loves when she sees me going hard, when she sees me, when I say, hey, I'm headed out, I'm going to go record a YouTube video. She's like, okay, all right, see you. It's like, she loves it. She's excited for that. Get someone who's excited about your obsession. Connect with someone, work with that kind of person. That's what you need. That's the kind of partnership you deserve. You don't need to be consumed with someone where you're trying to convince them that what you're doing will work. What you're doing has to work. You are passionate about it. You're going to go all in. You don't have to convince them of that. I can't stress it enough. You will find your person. You will find what works for you. And the last thing I would say, and I think this is the most important part of this whole video, this is the most important part of this whole video. Hear me out. This is the most important part of this video. When you lock in on you, if the person, do not get caught up in helping people. I know that sounds very harsh, but hear me. Do not get caught up in this idea that you can help and save anyone. You can help people, but if it's not serving you, if it's not going to work, it's not going to last. Make sure the way you are helping and serving people, it also brings value to your life. That goes for friendships, that goes in your business in every way. Do not get caught up with being this superhero, with being this savior. That goes for all relationship. Even in intimate relationships, do not get caught up in that. I feel like I grew up in this idea where I was always trying to save everyone, save siblings, save parents, saving everybody. It will deplete you by so much. And I know A lot of entrepreneurs feel that urge to just save everyone around them, save their family, say, no, you're not no savior. You're going to lock in on you, and out of the abundance, you will see who you are called to serve. Out of your abundance, you will learn who you are called to serve, who you are called to help, who you are called to work with, who you are. So make sure you pour into you first. You have to pour into you. If you don't pour into you, you will not have an overflow to help anyone. So don't get so consumed with trying to be so helpful to everyone that you lose out on you. I hope this video helps you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm down to answer any questions you have. I really want this video to be of high value to you, and I want to continuously help you in any way I can on your entrepreneurship journey. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.